Hello, everybody. Welcome to the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. We are going to have the weekly wrap coming up tonight at 9 p.m. live. In the meantime, this is from Louisville, Kentucky, yesterday. The man you see in the vehicle, well, we're talking about hate. The man doesn't have a look of fear. He doesn't have a look of panic. The man is pointing his gun at a figure that is casting a shadow on the car. And the shadow of the person standing there calmly and another person pointing a gun at them is rather a poignant statement about 2020. The man got out of his car, still pointing his gun, still with the finger on the trigger. And he was looking to see if there was a dent in his car. He thought one of the protesters might have kicked his car. Well, for those that still question whether we might be close to actual war, this was caught on camera. How many other things happened yesterday that we don't know about? Now, the precursor to everything that was going on here, there was a protest in the turning lane, and the guy you see here came charging incredibly fast towards protesters and almost hit one of them. And the one that he almost hit is the one we see in the shadow, and that is this man.
And we haven't had a chance to get your perspective, but I would really appreciate it if you could just share with us the sequence of events, because a lot of people believe that a protester pulled a gun on a car with no provocation. It started way before that.
Yes, it did. Well, as we were protesting, we're going down the street, and as we're doing our race for Breonna Taylor, there was a red or a maroon Ford Taurus with a white man. He was driving very fast towards us, and he almost hit me until I sidestepped the car. I felt like I was almost this far apart from being hit, which is not very far. And of course, me and other people, other than getting angry, I got more chance, all right, Breonna Taylor. So I went to his window, but I was maybe this far apart from him, and I was chanting Breonna Taylor, still on our side of the street though. And he looked at me, and then he reached over and pulled his gun out and pointed it sideways at me. And then that's when everybody came to help me, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And I kept screaming Breonna Taylor at him, I was shoot me over Breonna Taylor, so you trying to run me over and stuff like that. And then he got out pretty much and still had his gun pointed at me as he came around to check his car, you feel me? And there was somebody that came in my defense. I think it was a lady came in my defense and was drop your gun, you know what I'm saying? Do not, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not only pointing at me, he's pointing at children and women that were behind me. And actually, when he started walking away, walking out of his car, there was a lady right here, and I pushed her behind me because he was pointing at everybody, not just me. You feel me? So the other protesters, as drop your weapon, you know what I'm saying? It's not, we're not being dangerous. He initiated violence, you know what I'm saying, and threatening and stuff. And he was inside of his car with his window rolled up, pointing his gun at me. We're on the opposite side of the street, and you're pointing your gun at me, and I don't understand why. You feel me? I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was hyped up, you feel me? But I never say anything threatening to him. You know what I'm saying? If I'm screaming Breonna Taylor, there's no way you think I'm saying I'm gonna hurt you or something like that. I'm screaming Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You almost ran me over with your car.
I heard you say shoot.
Yeah, I did. I definitely told him cause if you really feeling you know what I'm saying? You that angry, you want to shoot me, then. If you're going to pull a gun out on me, shoot me. I don't fear none, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the toughest man in the world, but over a situation, you feel like you need to pull a gun on me, that means, if you feel, in any situation you feel you need to pull a gun, when you pull a gun, you should use it. You know what I'm saying? You don't pull a gun just to intimidate me, because it's not going to work. I've been my life, that'll happen a million times. It doesn't intimidate me. And then, you're pulling a gun out in front of kids, too, you know what I'm saying? It's just not what it is, man. I was really anxious. My feelings got I got really like just amped up. You know what I'm saying? And all the emotions go through my head. I'm ready to die for my people. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, it is all that just screaming and yelling and stuff. It means something because we're disrupting. We're trying to get her name out there. But like when it comes down to it, I'm always protect whoever's behind me, whoever's beside me. You feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna shoot me if anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep, man.
So if you can.
So, here is the still shot from WDRB news station in Louisville. The previous footage came from Riot Heart, RIOTHEART, all one word. A hashtag 502 live streamer from Louisville, Kentucky. And you can see that a woman is indeed pointing a gun at the driver of the car after he has pulled the gun on the young man. And you can see there is a distance between. The protesters were not surrounding his car. They were not threatening to kill him. There was one person that escalated things, and then a protester responded with a gun of her own. And a lot of hate in the world. A lot of hate in the world. We're going to keep talking about it. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Again, WDRB with the still picture here. The video before. Please go to Riot Heart, RIOTHEART, at Facebook, and you can view the entire video as well as viewing much more from what's happening in Louisville. Now, all of this is as we lead into next week, when we expect the grand jury to announce a verdict on whether the police officers responsible for the killing of Breonna Taylor will be charged. We'll be talking about that and a lot more coming up live at 9 o'clock tonight. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. See you at 9.